Hey, it's your boy Jay Ferrers, and today we are in a special cover in here in Bali Casino where we are embracing Women's Day. They put it together to celebrate the power of women, women with leadership, women that have left an impact in our community.
That's right, Jay. Today we are celebrating with United Way of Rhode Island 100 years of service with our community. And we are so proud of that.
Of course, Ramon, we have amazing people walking by, like the keynote speaker was Monica Lewinsky, with a lot of folks who was asking why her, and now we know why. And you make sure they stay tuned and enjoy this special cover. Hey everyone, and welcome one more time in this exclusive cover of an event, an amazing event when it brings a lot of women with a lot of impact in the community. And talking about impact, now we're here with one of the responsible of this event, Courtney Nicolato, the president and CEO of United Way of Rhode Island. Welcome. How
Thank
you
you.
doing today?
I am pumped up. I'm excited. It was such an incredible event filled with just joy. And I think in the world today, we need all that we can get, right?
Absolutely. I seen a lot of beautiful women with a lot of leadership, with a lot of legacy to left behind or to leave for that young community of women's
Mhm.
because we are celebrating all
Yeah.
of your women's because
Yeah.
you guys are something that we don't have. You guys have everything.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the event.
hmm
What was your takeaway? But before that, what make you pick Monica Lewinsky?
One of the things that I really love about our organization is that we're willing to push the envelope regularly, specifically when it means having to shape hearts and minds.
Absolutely.
And I think so many folks have a perspective of Monica that is from 30 years ago.
Absolutely.
And, the way that I look at it with Monica, you could go one of two ways. You could have gone and said, "Oh, I can't believe this
Yeah.
happened to me."
Yeah.
Or you could have used that to make the world better. And I think that's what United Way tries to do every day is make the world better, really move the needle on the critical issues that are facing our state. And so to me, Monica represents that.
Great choice.
Mhm.
Because, like you say, a lot of people have that mentality like
Mhm.
30 years ago.
Mhm.
Today,
Yeah.
most of the people, or the women that I've been interviewing, they like, wow,
Yeah.
I was not expecting this.
Yeah.
It totally changed my mind. And definitely is something that you guys kill it. You
Yeah.
guys nail it
Thank
with
you.
this.
Thank you.
And on top of that, seeing that people now looking a different way now that
Mhm.
she's been doing, basically take advantage of the situation. Let's say
Right.
let's
Yeah.
explain,
Yeah.
but in a good way.
In a good way, right.
Because even if it marked at one point,
Yeah.
but you did something about it.
Right, and I love the fact that she has recognized what happened to her and understood that that has happened to so many others. Bullying, mental health.
Yes.
She had great family supporting her through that really tough situation. There's so many people who do not. And so, she said, "I'm going to do something about it." And I do think that that's what I'm so proud of what we do every day is we say, no, we're not going to sit idly by. We're not going to stand still. We're going to leverage the fact that we are the organization that can make a difference. And we are willing to put the time and the talent and the treasures and the investment behind really solving these critical problems. And that's what she's done.
Great. Amazing, Carney. Lastly,
hmm
100 years
Yeah.
of work,
Yeah.
community service, putting families together, helping families in Rhode Island and all united.
Yeah.
Um, how do you feel about all this?
Yeah, one of the things when I was interviewing for the job that I was so excited about was the fact that I would get to be here to celebrate our 100th anniversary and 100 years, a centennial of service, right? And we've been doing a lot of kind of looking back in our history books. We've been pulling some pictures and videos, and while it's been a lot of fun watching the history,
Absolutely, absolutely.
it's also been really, I think, validating to show that the work that we do today
Mhm.
is no different than the work that we did in 1926. In 1926, we were here to serve those that needed the help the most. We were here to answer the call when needed. We were here through every single emergency possible, from the Great Depression to the Vietnam War to COVID-19 pandemic
Absolutely.
and to a snowstorm, all
Yes.
the things, right? Whether
Yes.
it's floods and all of that. United Way is that staple. We're the foundational element and the glue that serves community through it all. And that's what we are seeing in those history books.
Mhm.
And so to be able to have our 100th anniversary to celebrate that, but also to honor all of our partners and donors and former board members and staff who got us to this point. So it's going to be a big party, but it's also going to be a great celebration of history.
Absolutely. I said that you nail it with every single word because history, even the maybe a few of the things has changed, but United Way is stay solid.
Yeah.
And it been basically helping all the community with all the circumstances that we might facing
Yeah.
day in and day out.
Yeah.
And it's amazing what you guys been doing. Thank you for let us be part of
Yeah.
this celebration.
No, it's great to have you here.
But when we're talking about women, what has been that woman that has give you that motive to be who you are, or that probably you take it by example?
Yeah, I've had so many women in my life who have been um, really encouraging me to be bold, to take risks, to love big. They've
Mhm.
loved me through it all, and it all stems from my mom. My mom is an inspiration to so many people. She is smart. She is kind. She is generous, and she is giving. She used to say all the time when I was a kid, "Leave the world better than we got it,"
Yep.
and so I think I took that really seriously
I
and made
can
it my
tell.
job. But I also think, she taught me to also recognize the moments that matter. She taught me how to, that family was absolutely everything.
Yes,
And now I feel like and I've said this numerous times, like I do this work for my kids.
absolutely.
I do this for the future in our community. And I want to make sure that everyone who grew up as a lower middle income kid like me have the same resources and tools to be able to thrive. And so, yeah, she's always been my inspiration and my guide, and she still is to this day.
Wow,
And she
amazing.
was in this room too.
Oh, wow, wow, great, great. I would love to meet her,
Mhm.
but Corny, I'm gonna leave you the mic for you so you can advise those young women out there.
Yeah,
They probably didn't even know where they are right now because it has been a moment that
yeah,
women's probably they don't know what path to take.
yeah.
The mic's all yours, and thank you one more time to have us.
Oh, what a joy it is to be here and to be in celebration of women. I think there's so many women out there that are questioning whether they should take that opportunity or put themselves out there or be vulnerable. And my answer is always a resounding yes. If your gut is telling you to do something, do it. You can always say no later, but don't ever second guess your abilities. Don't ever second guess what you're capable of, and don't ever second guess that you are worthy of it. And so that would always be my recommendation.
Corning with us and here and Jay Ferrer show and this amazing celebration of our woman celebrating also 100 years of community service of United Way. Thank you and stay for more. Hey, señores, your boy Jay Ferreras, and today we celebrating empower woman that basically are celebrating in this month, and also celebrating a century of community work of United Way. And with us today, Sandra Massel. Welcome, Sandra, to my show, Jay Ferreira Show. How are you today?
Gracias, gracias. Thank you very much for having me.
To us, it's a pleasure to have you. I know that you've been a board member of Global Women and United. So, can you tell us about today's day that we celebrating you women's?
In my words, this event is just very powerful, very energizing. I am a member of Women United. I sit on the Global Council here in Rhode Island, but I am also on the Global Leadership Council of Women United. I'm the vice chair of the council.
Wow, you are very involved with the community, especially with a woman. What occasion that we have here? It's a pleasure. What is for you 100 years of service of United Way?
It gives me goosebumps because this organization, we really think that this organization has been critical in everything. You really think of the United Way touching each and every one of our communities here in Rhode Island.
Absolutely. Wow, it's beautiful seeing all those women together and how times has changed for you women because you guys have all the power, like the events called
I
Power
completely agree.
Woman.
I completely agree. I always say that women get it done always. So this is very, very exciting for us today.
I have another question for you. Where is you take away that people might take for this event tonight?
I think what people should take from this event is that women get things done and that women are making huge contributions in everything. So I really believe that, if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know exactly, exactly. Senora Sandra Masso with us today in this beautiful celebration, celebrating resilience, reclaiming the history of women today here in Bali, and of course hosted by United Way. Sandra, thank you. And another time we're gonna have your information so we can dive in a little bit more of yourself and everything that you've been doing as a Latina woman,
Yes,
putting the flag of Colombia in the United States. Thank you for having
absolutely.
us, and
Thank you
thank you
very
to be in
much.
my show.
Thank you.
You guys stay tuned because we're coming with more. Hey, señores, ¿qué tal? Es su boy Jay Ferreras y bienvenido una vez más a este evento donde estamos celebrando lo que es la mujer en poder, la mujer y sobre todo celebrando 100 años de lo que es servicio comunitario de United Way. Y ahora con nosotros, Paola Fernández. ¿Cómo estás, Paola? Bienvenida.
Hola, hola, estoy muy bien, gracias.
Para nosotros es un placer estar aquí con United Way y compartir con ustedes las mujeres que tienen el poder de la nación hoy en día, donde vienen reclamando, como quien dice, la historia de todo lo que vienen haciendo a través de los años, porque ha cambiado. Cuéntanos un poco de la historia de la mujer.
Bueno, creo que últimamente estamos viendo las mujeres más poderosas cambiando el mundo y eso es algo muy especial, es algo que nos estamos dando a nosotras mismas las oportunidades de ser valientes, de stepping into different positions,
Different positions, different
positions
roles.
and opportunities and roles and taking
Yep.
chances. So it's been really great to see a lot of amazing women doing great things.
You know, it's great that you mentioned those things because now women are literally leaders in the community. They literally leaving a path behind so others can literally follow it and achieve those things that basically the community needs because every business, every home needs a woman.
Absolutely. And we're also teaching our future generation. When I think about young women and as they see women today being bold, being courageous, we're showing an example and leading the way for them.
Uh, Paula, what do you expect from today's event?
Well, today's a really special event because we're going to hear from a woman who did not let experiences and circumstances guide who she was going to be. And she has been really courageous in telling her story. And she gets to do that today with 500 other women who get to hear that you get to choose your future.
Absolutely, absolutely. Paola, any last word for this channel that is watching you in behalf of United Way of service, 100 years of service, the community of Rhode Island and basically nationwide.
Rhode Island, yeah, absolutely. United Way is a global network of doing good in the community and changing lives in the community. And this United Way is a leader in the country and how they do this work. And so 100 years is just demonstrates the commitment to help those that may need some support and to be available to our community. So I encourage everybody to get involved with United Way, whether you want to volunteer, donate, be involved in some of the committees where they are really understanding what's happening in the community. We need all the voices.
Absolutely. Paola Fernandez con nosotros. You stay tuned because we're coming with more. Thank you. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, thank you one more time to look and basically support this cause because today we are in a special event and doing this special cover for United Way, hosting this amazing event. Women with power, women with a lot of legacy, women that has make an impact in our community. And today we are with Jay. Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm good. Even better now that I left this incredible luncheon and speaker. It was really, 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 really empowering and inspiring.
Good. We know that we have Monica Lewinsky as the main speaker of the event today, this morning, and I want you to tell me what was your takeaway from that amazing speech that she shared in the room.
So I'll say when I first heard that she was a speaker, my original reaction was like, huh? And then I thought, you know what? She's coming back from something so traumatic.
Yes.
The world was so different then.
Yes.
Social media, the media,
Yeah.
uh, you know, and people destroyed her. And for her to have come back from that, the stuff that she went through was happening already. It's happening today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, she's bringing it up to the forefront. And I think her words were inspiring. I think that the fact that she was so normal and human about it,
Yeah.
any normal person would falter. I mean, she's out here giving everyone inspiring words, and I for me it was phenomenal. I loved it. I really did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's amazing that you see that opportunity because it was a lot of questions and she is being
Yeah.
being speaker or what's going on, and we all dive in to look what she been doing, and like you say, the world has changed, the media has changed, and women today has a different view of what they were before and where they are now. You as a woman, the Latina, of course, you have your own bottle and your job at one point. And
Mm-hmm.
look at you. What is one of the greatest advice that you can give to those people out there, especially women, because this month is all about you. I would say every day is all about you because
Oh,
without you,
wow.
we are no
Muelu,
one.
¿qué te dije que es muelu? Puedo decir eso. I would say the advice that I would give, and I basically will repeat what Monica Lewinsky said today. It's like what is your legacy going to be? How are you going to be the person that reacts to the clicks? Be careful what you're clicking on.
Yes.
Careful what you're putting out there in the world. Control your own narrative
Mhm.
because people will have an opinion about who you are from the outside looking in.
Yes.
You have to control how people, what you have to control how people view you,
Yes.
I guess. So reputation is super important. Try to keep it clean. That's what I tell many people that I talk to.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Last thing.
yeah,
Over a century of work, of
yeah,
community work
yes,
from United Way nationwide, because United Way not only in Rhode
yeah,
Island, United Way
yeah.
is in every single state, if I'm not mistaken. What do you, what are, can you give me some kind of words for what they've been doing for almost 100 years?
I will say that United Way plays such an incredible role in helping just regular people like you and I.
Yes.
Most people don't even have a clue as to all the various things that United Way does. It's touched so many Rhode Islanders, and again, like as you said, people throughout the country.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the fact that we are celebrating 100 years is a major, major accomplishment. And I was saying earlier, it's perseverance
Yep.
because we, as an organization, so we're helping people, but we also need the support
The
from the
support.
community as well,
Yes.
from grants, financial support, because we can't do the work without it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm super proud of the Team United. I'm proud that I'm on the board of United Way. And I just want to be able to do my part.
You heard from J to J and here in
From
J.
J to J. Awesome.
That sounds like a podcast right there.
I like it. I like it. All right. Very good.
Thank you for your time. You look amazing, by the way.
Thank you. Thank
Hey,
you.
we kind of match on the watch and
The
everything.
yellow jacket here.
Yeah, you look stunning.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for your time. Thank you for those kindness word and for support United Way because I know you're part of the board of
My
United Way.
pleasure.
And you guys stay tuned because we're gonna bring more people like her. They have the leadership and has created an impact in our community. And stay tuned for more. Thank you. Hey, we can do one more time. Welcome one more time to this exclusive cover of United Way celebrating Power Woman. And with us, the one and only
Adriana Dawson.
Adriana Dawson. Welcome from to be on our show and this beautiful celebration of women, empowering women, and basically 100 years of community work. What's your takeaway of this grand, beautiful speech that Monica Lewinsky shared with us in this beautiful room?
No, absolutely. I'm incredibly thrilled to be here in community with all of these amazing women, gender expansive folks, and in community, and especially coming out of the grand ballroom listening to Monica Lewinsky. I remember in 1998 being a senior in college and being a communications major, and her story being a headline all over the place.
News, yeah.
And her and I were the same age.
Wow.
And so I remember those moments where my own professors were speaking in a way undignified
I can imagine.
of
Yeah.
her.
Yes.
And here I am, a woman of color in the classroom, and I have my male professors speaking very disparagingly of her and using her as an example
Absolutely.
of what not to do and how to damage your personal brand. And so having her here today talk about reclaiming her power
Yes.
and the power of women and what that narrative looks like was awe-inspiring to see how she has refreshed and reclaimed that narrative so masterfully.
You know, at first, a lot of people question why her for such it's whatever, but it makes total sense. What she been through, what she's been doing with her podcast, which is called Reclaiming, right? And why not call it this event Reclaiming History? Basically, a woman will empower women with all the leadership that is out there because one thing it cannot just jeopardize your future. You know what I mean? That's not it. You have to keep working. You gotta keep looking ahead
Right.
to improve yourself and to be better for the community for your own good. So when we talk about United Way, 100 years of community service, bringing families together, what do you think of all that amazing work that they've been doing for the past century?
So the United Way is an economic engine. The amount of power and impact that it generates for individuals, for families, for communities is insurmountable. And what it has done is it has harnessed the power of people to gather and access funding and resources to reallocate back to those most vulnerable. And we've all had moments
Absolutely.
where we've been
Yep.
vulnerable. And just because we may be in a different place now, it may not be where we were
Exactly.
10, 20, 30 years ago. So we need to remember what it looks like to pour into others and to have the United Way achieve its centennial year in the way that it has under Courtney's leadership,
Yes.
with the power of the collective, the power of people, both from funders, from volunteers, from the women's council. It's a testament to that legacy, but it's also a testament to her leadership
Absolutely.
and the way that she's helped unleash that power.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna go a little bit more personal. Latina power. You know that's another battle, especially now in the U.S. But you being Latina, a woman with a lot of education, with a lot of power, if you can say it like that, because I can say the way you dress, the way that you carry yourself, amazing. So, what do you think about the difference that you guys being struggling, because it has been there from especially us being Latinos, and now today is a different story that you guys basically reclaiming, and it's being right and different today's day. What do you think about all that?
I think it puts me and women like me in a different position of power
Absolutely.
because we've sat on both ends of the table.
Yes.
And I am humble, but I am hungry.
Yes. Wouldn't stop working, and you gotta keep chasing for more.
It's the grind and it's the hustle because I know where I came from, mis principios, la fundación.
Claro.
And so again, being able to connect with these resources and now being able to fund and invest and give. I used to be a recipient of the programs that we are now funding, and it gives me life to
Absolutely.
be able to be on the other end, but also understand how I've had to navigate life, but all of the amazing resources that are out there to continue to support people.
Thank you for those kindness word. Lastly, I want you to put a message for those women out there that probably they don't know where they are right now, and they're probably in a situation, let's say X situation or A1C, whatever, but they want to start somewhere, and probably they can hear something good from you background, and your more has the power. The mic's all yours.
I would say to all of you amazing women, lean into your brilliance. Let the world know who you are and harness that power. And there have been moments, maybe again, that is not for the public, is not for social media, but what have we learned from those opportunities to fuel that passion? And again, there are so many resources or individuals that want to champion you, that want to be your ambassador. So I would say show up, create space for yourself, embrace the possibilities. And it's okay to lean into that fear because it can be very terrifying and overwhelming. But guess what? We're here.
As a
We're going to do it
Latina.
together. Absolutely.
Kind of for this guest in here and Jay Ferreira show. And you stay there because we're coming with this amazing event with more people, with more women, with a lot of leadership and a lot of power. All right, stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome one more time to another show. And here in this celebration of United Way, when we embracing basically the woman, power woman. And with us right now is Monica. Monica, which is, can you tell us, about you specific?
Sure. My name is Monica Zuluaga. I am the president and CEO of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, you're very involved in the community. I see. And congratulations for the Day International of the Woman.
Thank you.
And that's basically what we're resulting in here today. Um, the history, reclaiming history of the women. What do you think about this event?
I love this event. It's an amazing event that is put on by United Way. It's an event that we can connect with other business leaders in the room and the community members. And, it's always an event that I don't want to leave.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I see wonderful women, and see that you have a really, really good background,
Mhm.
especially what you're doing. But what what can you say about the past and today's, because it has changed the history
Mhm.
of the women.
Mhm.
Then now you guys have more responsibility, different roles as a role model
Mhm.
in today's world.
Absolutely. I think it was in the 1980s that women were able to be a business owner without a man's signature.
Yes.
So, it hasn't been that many years that we've
Yes.
had this freedom to do something like that. And now to look at the state of Rhode Island and just our nation and how many women entrepreneurs and business owners there are in the state is incredible. And we do it for our children. We do it to leave a legacy. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
One thing that I always say, business wise, you need a woman for everything.
Yes,
because
I
basically,
believe that too.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
I always say if you want to go do well in your business or any other thing that you probably want to achieve,
Mhm.
you need to have a beautiful woman right next to you. So that
Yeah.
way things go a little bit smoother and it's use those as an advantage.
Yeah.
So that way things flow better. And then you see something that we don't.
I
Let's
believe that.
let's
Yes,
let's be clear on that, okay? For lastly, what did 100 years of community service mean to you where United Way also is celebrating today?
I think that women understand philanthropy and they understand that when you give back, the community gives back to you. And so that is something that is incredibly important. And United Way does a fantastic job at storytelling and bringing
Yes,
these women together. And so when one woman is climbing the ladder, they're turning around and reaching their hand out so the next woman can come up. And
absolutely.
so Women United is known for that.
Absolutely.
And so that's why I support this event. That's why I'm proud to join today. And I'm excited for the future.
We are excited. Thank you for your kind words
Thank you.
and all the experience that you've been having with us. Monica, you guys stay there because we come with more in this celebration, embracing woman that actually is doing a legacy and basically have marked the path for all the women out there that are starting the new business or want to start a new business. Thank you, Monica, for being
So
on our
much.
show.
And now with us, we have Sabina Mato. Thank you, Sabina, for being with us.
My pleasure. Truly, it's on my honor and pleasure to be here with you.
Okay. Sabina, as a man,
Mm.
I feel honored to learn and listen to the voice of women. How you feel?
Today is a great day. This whole month, we have been celebrating women and women's in different roles and different areas. And it's something that we should do every day. Normally, during the month of March, we pause and we pay extra attention to the contributions that women do in our society. And it's a time also in which I'm reminded about the great contributions that women in my family have made. When I think about my grandmother, who came to the United States when she was like around 50 years old, when most people here in this country are thinking about planning for retirement, is when she was starting her journey of working long hours in a garment factory to be able to support her family and also bring her family here to the United States. When I think about the sacrifices of my mother, who was the first woman in her family to go to college in the Dominican Republic and graduate with a master's degree in education, in all the sacrifices that she had made for me and for my siblings, in all the support she's still giving us. The wonderful grandmother and is always present. So it's a time for us to think about the women in our families and be grateful for everything that they do.
Wow, amazing. And when you was a child,
Mhm.
what was the first woman
Mhm.
that inspiring you?
You know, it's really, I think my mother has always been an inspiration for me and my grandmother. But the first time that I kind of discovered that I was a feminist was reading the poem by Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz. I read the poem, it's called Hombres Necios.
Okay.
And that poem talks about how society tries to define women and put these labels on women, this set of expectations, but at the same time, um, it's kind of forcing women to behave one way, and then after condemn them after society is the one that makes women behave that way. So if you haven't read that poem, I recommend it.
I will.
I think Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz was the first one that kind of inspired me and kind of let me know this thing that I've been feeling. I'm not wrong. There's other people
Yeah.
that think
Yeah.
the same way.
Excellent. And what value or lesson do you remember from your mother, grandmother, or ancestor?
Mhm.
And what of those live in you today?
Well, hard work, honesty, in service to the community. That's something that I learned in my household. My parents, my mother still is always looking to serve other, and to the point in which it gets to a point in which she sacrifices herself, her health, in order to help others. So I think that's something I have learned from her.
Okay. And in what way are you becoming an inspiration for other women?
I hope that the work that I'm doing is inspiring other females. More than inspiring, what I want to do is open doors for others, females. And
And I believe you.
thank you. And I just happened actually at an event last week for the this event that I went to for the women's refugee women's event. And I was not expecting this, but the young woman that was doing the MC for the event, when she introduced me, she says, and I want to say that when I was part of Young Voices, we met with her, and it was so empowering to see someone that looks like you in a position of leadership in the state of Rhode Island. And I think that was incredible. I was not expecting that to hear that from her, and it honestly, the one of the things that I give me much satisfaction is when I'm able to help someone or inspire someone that I don't even know that that was happening.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Sabina, for the last time, if your younger self
Yeah,
could see the woman you are today,
yeah.
what will she feel?
I think she will be incredible. She will not think that's the same person. I m- I was very shy. And never saw myself in a position of as an elected official, a position of leadership. And I think my younger self um, would see myself and could not believe that it's the same person. Yeah.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Hey everyone, welcome one more time to this special cover in Bali, where we celebrate empower women, where we celebrate a century of hard work of the community, especially hosted by United Way. And now I'm with Rosemary, the president of CCRI. Welcome to my show. How are you today?
I'm very good. Thank you.
Let's go dive in. What do you think and what's happened today here at Valley? We celebrating which is you women. Because without you, we are nobody. The world is not world without you.
I think this is a wonderful event, and it's very inspiring to see a room full of women, to listen to a woman who has forged her way
Yeah.
into full adulthood, and I'm just looking forward to hearing from her.
Absolutely. The room is full of women that literally it has impact someone's life in a
Mhm.
way.
Yes.
There's a lot of women, and you have a title that literally you deal with Joan Fox that
Hmm.
gonna start living, and they probably gonna start making decision, which
Yes.
is in CGRI.
Yes.
Can you tell one story that you can probably say without no name, or women that are being reaching out to you to being getting help or things of that sort?
Well, certainly, we have 12,000 students and many more thousands who consider CCRI
Yes,
as a
yes.
choice. I began my academic career at the Community College of Rhode Island many years ago as a nursing student, first generation nursing student.
Oh, wow.
From Pawtucket, and I had the support of incredible women, and I do hope that through my role as president, that students know what my journey has been,
Yes.
and that they're inspired by that, because that's where I began. And I became a nurse, and I worked for 20 years in the nursing
And the
profession.
nursing
So I
industry.
have been surrounded by incredibly strong women
I can
all
imagine.
my life.
I can imagine. To us, it's a pleasure to have you here, Rosemary. Definitely, you've been doing a great work. Before being in CCRI as a president, and your career basically, and basically you living by example,
Mhm.
and that's what I see.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. And lastly, what do you recommend to those women that want to start, or probably they don't even know where to start? Because sometimes
Right.
that happen. Those
Yes.
sort of facts.
My best advice is to um, take the first step and just be brave and go after
Absolutely.
what it is that you want.
All right. With us, Rosemary, President of Cicero at Rhode Island. And you stay tuned because we're going to be bringing more wonderful women and women that have created an impact in our community of Rhode Island. Thank you. Stay for more. Hey, everyone. Welcome one more time. And now we here at the Bali celebrating Power Woman. And now we here with Ken Baker. Welcome, Ken.
Thank
How
you.
are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. Excited to be here and excited to host this incredible event at Bally's.
Trust me, we all excited to see what a beautiful women like you and women that are making an impact in the community. What do you think about this event that United Way is putting together, and also what a century, 100 years means of community service in Rhode Island?
Yeah. So the first thing when you walk in, you just feel the beautiful positive energy of having so many dynamic women together. I have a professor who I know who talks about the power of the women's community, of a community of women being about that special spice that we all bring, what
Absolutely.
makes us unique, what makes us special, what makes us bond is not by everything that we have in common, but it's what makes us different. And
Absolutely.
you feel that as soon as you walk in the door.
I can see that every woman that walks in, it get amazed when they see the setup that they have here.
Yeah.
And not only that, they connecting to each other, which is 100 years of service. That means a lot to the community and to the woman they've been leaving a legacy behind. What do you expect for this event, or what did you take away from this event? Basically, it's about to start.
Yeah, I think the title of the event is Reclaiming History.
Reclaiming history. Yep.
And the way that I think about it is history can't be erased,
Never.
but what we need to celebrate is the storytelling and making. There could be a singular moment in history that we all experience differently. And I think that's what today's event is about. It is about us ensuring that we constantly reinforce and make our voices be heard louder,
A little bit
a
more.
little bit more,
Exactly.
and not to be in any way dissuaded by the noise, and instead to continue to tell our stories, continue
Absolutely.
to talk to each other. And that's what the energy in the room is about.
Absolutely. I know that next we're gonna probably get you feedback of the whole speech of Monica Lewinsky,
Yeah.
the comment that is one of the main hosts tonight, today this morning. And then later on we're gonna grab you again and probably tell us about your experience and what you feel about everything. I know it's a lot of good energy here, a lot of positivism, but we're gonna continue this at the end because we got more surprises for you guys.
Absolutely.
And thank you for being on my
No,
show.
thank you for having me.
All right.
Take care.
Pleasure.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. Welcome one more time in this amazing celebration. And we have exclusive here in Bali celebrating Power Woman, which is reclaiming history. And with us, Elisha McLean. Welcome. How are you?
Very well. I'm very happy to be here today. It's a great celebration for United Way.
Absolutely, absolutely. I see the room full of women with passion, with good vibes, and with a lot of leadership. What do you think about the International Women's Day and their reclaiming history?
Well, I think International Women's Day is a fantastic celebration that should be year round. I'm happy that
Absolutely.
there is, of course, recognition, but I think we should celebrate our women, 365. And it's a wonderful opportunity for United Way to have our own signature event that celebrates women across the country. And I'm very grateful to be a part of it today. I'm walking the room, shaking hands, being introduced and
Absolutely.
making sure that everybody feels that welcome. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's really special.
No, I see you at the beginning at the table of registration and moving back and forth, shaking hands, make sure that everybody is comfortable, like you say, giving that warm welcoming. And definitely, what's your expectation for this event today?
Well, I think the expectation for the event, is that everybody at United Way, whether you're on our senior leadership team, manager, or director, or, our general staff, everybody wants the event to go well today because we love the messaging behind it. So the
Absolutely.
expectation, I think, is for, United Way to do what we normally do, show up and show out. But additional expectation is for, I think, individuals in the room to go and spread the message of positivity and reclaiming, just like you said earlier. So I think that's my big expectation for the event, seeing everybody happy, smile, and then, bring that energy outside into our state.
Amazing. Lastly, over a century of community work service provider for Rhode
Yep.
Islanders and nationwide. Can you tell us about that amazing work that United Way is being doing?
Yeah. I think I'm very proud to be a part of the work over the last few years, but to acknowledge the 100 years, our centennial is incredible and remarkable. I think one thing though that we all know at United Way is that we've been here for 100 years of service, and we're prepared to be here, of course, for as long as ever, right? But we
Exactly.
also know that there is a tremendous amount of need, and we want to see that need be diminished. So
Absolutely.
it's one of those things where we're grateful that we've been able to show out in community for 100 years, but we also want to see some of those needs
Hmm.
decrease and some of our strategic plan opportunities come to life. So it's optimism for the next 100 years because I think we've done a fantastic job in our previous, but want to see some. I want us to have to do less work in the
Absolutely. No,
community.
and it makes sense what you say, but always good to bring more people more because it's never enough because there's always a different need and different year different situation and we never know what's happening tomorrow,
Yes.
but United Way is being there for Rhode Islanders and I would say for us because it's an online a nationwide organization and I'm really proud to be here. I'm like, super excited. Thank you for your kindness word. And lastly, a message for those people watching us right now.
For the people watching at home, just be aware and know that 211 is always here for you. United Way meets individuals where they are. We address all needs that come our way, and we're here to just support. We are a friendly face in the community, and if you do not know us now, you can call 211 and get connected. You can stop at our office at 50 Valley Street and also get connected. We are here to meet you wherever you are and whatever your need may be. So, thank you.
Kindness word with Lasha McLean. Thank you for being with us on the show, Jay Ferreira show. And you stay tuned because we're coming with more. Hey everyone, welcome one more time, and we continue in this amazing event here in Bali, which is United Way is hosting basically this event, which is embracing woman power woman, basically, in over a century of community work. And with us, Kevin Mata. Kevin, welcome one more time.
Thank you so much for having me today. I really appreciate it.
No, it's a pleasure for us because you are the responsible for us to be here doing this exclusive cover and all those interview with beautiful women and people with a lot of leadership out here today. But we embracing the power of women. What do you think about this event that you guys have put it together?
Absolutely. I'm super excited that United Way of Rhode Island is behind this event, right? When we think about 100 years of impact, a century, right, of changing Rhode Islanders and changing lives, I think today's event was something that brought all of that to fruition, right? So it's bringing women together, but not only women, it's bringing allyship as well.
Yeah.
And it has a story of reclaiming your own story. And I think United Way has a beautiful one to share.
No, you're right. And basically, every person in this room has a story to tell. It has a leadership, or basically, it has escalate from a regular job to a amazing position nowadays. Women has so much impact in different industry in all the power that they being reclaiming, because that's the name
Mhm.
of the event. And overall, what do you see? What does 100 year of service mean for you as a being part of what is HR and United Way, and because involved in everything that's happening
Yes.
in the organization?
Yeah, I think for 100 years, I can't imagine a state without United Way, right? I mean, we have our 211 call center that people call in crisis and in emergencies, 24 hours a day service there. So when you can't call 911, you call 211. That's United Way,
Yep.
answering calls, answering the call to serve Rhode Islanders over and over again. For me, particularly, United Ways was really, really important because when we moved to the Olneyville neighborhood 16 years ago, they made that commitment to be embedded in the
In the
community of
community.
Providence, in the heart of Providence, in Olneyville, where other organizations didn't want to build. They didn't want to own businesses there, but United Way of Rhode Island said, we're going to go there. That is especially important for me because when my family first arrived from Guatemala,
Hmm.
that was our neighborhood.
Absolutely.
There was Fidas, the chicken place that was back there on Valley
Back in the
Street.
days, yep. Yep.
We saw that whole neighborhood change, and I went, wow, I want to work for an organization that's this committed to community.
Lastly, how you see the history of the woman, how has changed from the past in today's world. What can you tell us about that change? And they want to keep growing, they want to keep leaving that legacy behind. What can you tell us about all those things that's been happening with the power of women reclaiming history?
I think it's incredible when you think about the fields that we most rely on, when who you're sending to your family to, it's a nonprofit or a medical center. The majority of both of those industries are powered by women. When you think about the nonprofit sector, 70% of those that are employed in the nonprofit sector are women. When you think about the healthcare industry, the majority of the people giving care are women. Now, imagine a world without that.
I won't be
Who
here.
would be
We will be here.
Correct. Who would be supporting our community? Who would be the backbone? It is women that do this each and every day. So I'm grateful for every woman that I've ever had that's led me, that's taught me, that's continues to teach me because I'm better because of them.
Absolutely. Kevin Mata with us. Thank you, Kevin, for the opportunity to having us here, Jay, for our show. Thank you for believing in our project. Thank you for pull all those events together. I know that you put your hands in basically everything. I have to say thank Angie as well because she did
Absolutely.
a phenomenal job with the decoration
Yeah.
that we have behind us and inside. Thank you. And
Yeah.
then we chat a little bit later
Yeah.
after the event. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Kevin.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, everyone. It's your boy, Jeff Ferreras. And one more time, thank you for being here and support this channel. Thank you, United Way, to put this amazing event together where it brings a lot of women with power, embracing all the qualities of the woman, because this month is all about them.
Thank you, United Way, and thank you guys for following us.
Stay tuned. Jay Ferreras Show.